Good evening, and thank you for joining me tonight. Over the last 2 years, I've seen many requests about my hair care routine, skincare routine, evening routine, and I thought that I would mix all of this in one single video about my routine after a filming session. So that means I don't do this every day, of course. I mainly wear makeup for my videos, so let's say that the full process you're going to see is something I do 2 to 3 times a month, and some parts of it about 3 times a week. So here I am as the 18th century lady, Madame Dumais, and I chose this character because it is a good example of how I deal with my hair after doing this kind of intricate and messy hairstyle that involves a lot of hairspray, back combing and heating. So let's dive in. I'm going to take my rings off first. And now let's take care of my hair, which is usually the first thing I do after making sure that I have nothing more to film. Starting by removing all the hairpins that are in there. Here we go. As you can see, I didn't do this hairstyle using historically accurate accessories, but I made it easier using modern ones like this hair donut. So at this point, it is slowly going to look like a mess because my hair is very long. Let's keep going. There are still a few. And here is the donut. That I slightly customized to get a different, more curved shape. I don't think there is any hairpin left. Oh, there is. So before I move to the next step, I'm going to make myself more comfortable so I can move my arms more freely. That's much better. And even though I'm still wearing an 18th century garment, let's keep moving towards the 21st century and start brushing my hair using my trusty wooden brush, knowing I will probably come across a few knots. So, starting at the bottom. Are a few knots, but it's not so bad. So higher each time. Getting rid of the hairspray at the same time. Good. On the other side. Okay. Looks good. Now to get rid of the last knots, I'm going to use a comb. Here we go. This one won't let go. Alright. Now my hair is quite smooth. And what I'm going to do is use a bit of hair oil before washing it. This is something I recently started to do. It's the first one I ever bought in an organic shop, and it's a blend of Amla, perfect for strong, vibrant hair. Bringarage, I'm sorry for the pronunciation, is an antioxidant against hair loss and graying. Brahmi contains substances for strengthening and intensive care. So I'm going to use it on my scalp first and then on the whole length, especially the tips. But I guess I will have to cut it soon, just a few inches, because it's getting a bit too long in my opinion. So, a short scalp massage first. This will bring a bit of volume as well, and I need it. Alright, now the rest of the hair. I must say I'm not very fond of the smell. But it's okay. Alright, now I'm going to plait it to get it away from my face, and I will wash it later with a basic organic shampoo and conditioner. And I will let it dry naturally. I rarely use a hairdryer. Now it's a bit greasy, of course. And now let's move to the face, the makeup removal. So here I've done a quite basic and light makeup look, and I never use waterproof makeup, by the way. I don't like it. And to remove it, I'm going to use a face cloth, warm water and face soap, except for the eye area, of course. I can do this because where I live the water is very soft, but if you live in an area where the water is hard, I would not recommend it. But For me, it is the most pleasant way, especially after hours of filming. Feeling this warm water on my face feels heavenly and very relaxing, of course. So here I have my face soap, and this one smells very good. And here we go. And here we go. Gently. I try to avoid getting soap in the eyes, of course. So to start, I will just use water, and then I will apply micellar water, which can be used on the whole face, of course. And the other. This is why I never use waterproof makeup. Alright. Micellar water now. Using a reusable cotton pad. There's no need to shake it, of course. Just for the sake of the tingles. If there is any makeup left, it will remove it. my face feels clean and fresh, but also feels a bit dry. So I'm going to use avocado oil and also a gua sha stone to massage it at the same time. This is a tool I discovered when watching a video on ASMR Twix channel. If you don't know them, I will put a link down below. Their videos are really relaxing. So this is made of pink quartz, but it can be made of other stones. Romans used to think that it would prevent the wrinkles and do some kind of natural lifting. And if you're into lithotherapy, you probably know much more about it than I do. It didn't really remove any wrinkle, but massaging the face is very beneficial anyway. So here is my oil. And I'm going to start with the jawline. Using this side. Five times on each side. Then moving to the cheeks and cheekbones. Always up to the hairline and never down. And now, carefully under the eyes, using the point like this. Now the brow bone, using this side again, like this. Always up to the hairline. And finally, the forehead, using the curved side. So this is something I do 2 to 3 times a week. It takes about 5 minutes. It increases blood flow, relieves tight muscles, it softens the skin, and of course it is quite relaxing. And now, because of the oil, my skin doesn't feel dry anymore. Now to finish with the face, there is one more product that I'm going to apply, which is my trusty homemade lip balm. Again, I will put a link to the video where I show how I make this if you're interested. So on the lips first. And just a bit on my crow's feet as well. I'm in my late 30s, so I get more and more wrinkles around the eyes. And that's it. Now there is one thing I do every evening, which is to apply hand cream. There is no specific brand. It just has to be a good moisturizer. So this one is by Centifolia, which is a French brand. I always try to take serious care of my hands, and not only because most of my videos focus on them, but because they're going through a lot of various activities every day, including gardening, dishwashing, chopping wood, playing with my cats, to name a few. And they can easily get dry or damaged even if I use gloves. And 3 years ago I almost chopped one of my fingers off, so I try to be very careful now. Alright, and I think this is it. So now I'm going to wash my hair. And put on my 21st century pyjamas. And as always, I wish you a very